Omelettes are great for using what's left in the fridge. They're good value and it only takes 20 minutes to prepare from start to finish. So I have some bacon loin here, which we've just already cooked. But you could use cooked ham, streaky rashers, cut them up and gently saute them until they're nice and crisp. And it's a great way of using, you know, some cooked meat. Say if you have boiled ham left, it does work really well with it. So just cut the bacon into some nice little dice. So that's ready to go. In the pan here, I have one onion which I finely diced, and we just gently cook that just in a touch of oil. Warm that up, and we're going to put in some spinach into it. So this technique I'm going to show you is known as wilting. So we've washed some spinach. It may look like a lot of spinach, but it's a high water content. So we've just gently cooked the onion, nice small dice, and just a bag of spinach which we picked off the stalks and just washed. So this is the quickest way of cooking spinach. So you start off with a full saucepan of spinach, and when it cooks down, we call that wilting. You're left with a small amount, just so it reduces in size. Just a little pinch of salt into it, and then a touch of black pepper. Keep stirring it, moving it around. If you wanted to, you could put a clove of garlic in there. It would be delicious too. Just crush it or slice it thinly. So you just cook it for 2 or 3 minutes until it's nice and soft and wilted. Now, that's it cooked. So you lift the saucepan over. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit it into a sieve and just remove any excess water in it. So just scrape that out. You can use the spoon, the back of the ladle. Works really well. And just push this down. So I'm doing this just to remove the excess water, because if you've too much water from the spinach in the omelette, it'll make it a little bit watery. So just press that well down there. So what we're going to do is just crack our eggs in here. So I'm using the Board Bia Quality Assured eggs, 8 of them, into the bowl. So I just crack them at the side, and they go in there. Now, I'm just going to gently give them a little whisk, just to combine everything. Just a balloon whisk here. Now, a pinch of sea salt, and a touch of black pepper. You know, omelettes are a great way to feed a family, and they can be made, as I said, from start to finish in 20 minutes. In goes the cooked ham. Or you could use, as I said, some streaky rashers, just grill them or fry them in the pan. Just cut them into small pieces, give that a little mix. And then for our spinach, we're just going to put it onto our board, and we're going to chop it a little bit. Now, and you could use other vegetables, you know, courgettes, whatever's in season. So they go into our egg mixture. And then some nice mature cheese. So grate this, and we need to keep a little bit back just for on top of the omelette before it goes in under the grill. So you just combine everything. It looks great. It's a lovely texture there from the bacon, lovely colour from the spinach. And you could put herbs, of course, flat leaf, parsley, basil, whatever you have. Now, so in a non-stick pan, we're going to heat this. Get it nice and hot, a little bit of oil, and we're just going to swirl it around the pan. Roughly about a tablespoon of oil. So get this nice and hot. You want to make sure that the pan is hot. As soon as the egg mixture goes in, it's got to set and just smear the pan just with the egg mixture. Pour in your mixture. That's what you want to hear. As soon as it hits the pan, just move it out to the sides so the pan is up full just for a minute or two. You don't want to have it too high, because what happens is that the base of the pan, you know, it'll easily catch and burn, so be careful of that. So just keep moving it into the middle. So the secret into the omelette is not to overcook it, or it'll be rubbery, and you don't want that. You just want it just set. So just keep moving it around just until it sets around the edges. I'm using the bacon and the spinach, but of course you could experiment with different flavourings. So don't be tempted to cook it too much here, because you have to place it under the grill. We're going to finish it just on top with the rest of the grated cheese. That'll be lovely and golden brown. And I'm going to place the pan under the grill for roughly about 4 to 5 minutes until it's just set. So after about 4 to 5 minutes, when the omelette is set, this is the moment to throw it. Gently lift it, slide it off using the spatula. And this is the beauty about the non-stick pan. Let it slide off. Take your time when you're doing this. Perfect. And we're ready to serve it. Some damp tissue on the salad, stop them from going soft and limp. We're just going to serve this with some dressed salad leaves, a little bit of vinaigrette. Keeps them nice and fresh. Mix this all together. And then we're going to cut into our omelette using the point of the knife. Looks great, the colour of the spinach and everything. Nice big wedge. Still moist and succulent. So some salad on the side. And then I've just steamed some baby potatoes. Finished them with a little bit of butter. Some chopped chives. So just place 3 on the plate. And there you have it. A great value, great taste in omelette. It's an Italian style omelette that all the family can enjoy. Check out the full recipe on boardbia.ie. Of course, you can add other ingredients to the omelette. For example, spring onions, tomatoes or mushrooms would all be delicious, depending on what you've got to hand. To make it even more substantial, try adding the parboiled potato cubes and substitute the hard cheese for blue cheese that you just crumble in instead. Sprinkle over a little chopped fresh parsley and serve with sweet onion marmalade and some crusty bread. Remember, for peace of mind, look out for the Board Bia quality mark when shopping.